A good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Thomas, this is Nose to Human, and welcome back to Pokemon Leaf Green Nuzlocke. You join today with Patricia.
Howdy, mates.
And we're here with our normal team for now, but we will soon be heading off to the 8th gym to get the Earth Badge with our city selection. Patricia has trained up Ditto to level 45, 50, bless her.
God, it took so long. We've got to the time. It was 3 hours and 50 minutes.
It was 3 hours on the OBS recording, just in case it got killed. But it didn't get killed. It did actually survive. So there we are. And yeah, we have some others set up as well. But we'll get to those when we're done with Seafam. I think I faced a few of these trainers actually when I started training Hypno and things, and then I got bored and decided to go and just basically auto-resolve against a load of rubbish trainers and just press psychic forever. So yeah, we trained up another set of Pokemon for that. Bernard will be in that group just for the chokes and cokes. Yeah, I think I faced most of these, but maybe not quite. There we go. So yes, we are going to go through the Seafam Islands. We obviously have our plan of Perish Song and block the Articuno, despite the fact that it is beautiful and majestic, unlike this weird chicken-based bird thing.
Can we catch it?
We got a Pharaoh.
No, the Articuno.
Oh, the Articuno. We could catch it, but we're going to kill it. That was the point.
Yeah, no, but...
Yeah.
No, I was thinking of catching
As a
it.
general rule in Nuzlocke, I tend to not use legendaries, but... you know. I could change that at some point, because it's just nice to use them once in a while, because I never use them at all. I just never do. I've never really got the whole legendary thing. I suppose I get it, but... For me, it was kind of always more fun to play with something random and interesting. But I think now it's been so long since I've been excited or interested on the legendary birds. Actually, they are kind of interesting now. So I don't know. It was that 20-year cycle. It's like 80s fashion being kind of in again.
Oh God.
You know, it comes back around, doesn't it?
It does.
If you remember wearing it the first time, you're too old to wear it now. That's the rule. Remember that. Okay, we are heading eastward onto the Seafam Islands, which I never know how to get around properly. So, yes, this will be fun. We're just going to get lost for a while.
Yeah.
We did the map open last episode if we wanted to do it, and then we didn't, and then I decided we're not going to have the map because I can't be bothered. So we're just going to explore. We can catch something in here though.
Okay, that's perfect.
So that'd be cool. We'll see what we get. We do have a few of them already. So we'll see what the first thing is. Maybe we can get a seal or something. So the most creative of all of Pokemon.
Which one?
Seal.
No.
His name is Seal, and he's a seal.
Oh, is it the one that evolves to Dewdongo?
To Dugong, yeah.
Yeah. He's so cute.
Seal. There we are.
Yeah.
I do quite like Seal. They're very middle of the range kind of Pokemon, but they're not horrendous.
He had his tongue out. He was putting his tongue out against us. That is so rude.
No mercy at all. No mercy from Gazev. Gazev nearly level 50. All of those of you who doubted him, eat it. Eat your words. I assume this isn't flash based. No, it isn't. Bum, 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 bum. It isn't actually that big here. Do we have strength, by the way? That's Willow, isn't it? Just checking, because I'm pretty sure we need it. Yeah, we do. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, because we were debating strength and something else last time, weren't we? I can't remember what it was. Thrash, that was it. Yeah, oh, we've got all these silly rapids in here. Oh, Seal it is. Seal it is. There we go.
Yeah.
And to all of those of you who thought, oh, that was really sexist of Thomas there, calling all seals male. Well, look at it. This one is male. Don't doubt.
Well, of course, it's sticking the tongue out, so that's a male thing to do.
I don't know.
Females don't really do that, do they?
Yeah, they do.
I don't remember doing that.
Kids. So their tongue out here. It's more of a silly cheeky thing though. Right, it's fine, we've got it now. Aura Beam isn't going to do that much to us as it crits us and kills us. You know, we always need an extra option. Let's use an Ultra Ball because why not? We have lots of them. Just perfect. So we have one more addition to the team. You can obviously join the team for when we get wiped out by Giovanni and Charlie in the next couple episodes and things. So that would be marvellous. I think this is today. I think this is the last bit of mopping up we have to do because we went to all the other bits and pieces. I think rather than Seal, we should call him...
Cheeky. Because he's cheeky. No, okay.
We could call him
Chico.
Key.
No, Chico, because it's a male, so it has to end in O.
Okay.
Why are you putting all caps? All block.
Dramatic.
Chico.
Yep.
Because it's cheeky, but it's a male, so it's Chico.
Yep. Why not? It's too much for surf. Do we actually need to go around the other way then? Do we generally need to go from the other direction? Is it that bad? Because I always remember this place annoying me, and as I walked in here I went, oh, this is fine, we don't need flash, so it's just... I'm just wondering, we'll get there. I remember the rapids were annoying, but can we generally just not even enter here? We just have to go from the other side. Well, it looks like we're going to do... This is why I remember hating it. Yeah, this is why Articuno gets to die. Because there is no other way of doing this. Right, okay, well, we caught seal. Fine, fine, fine. Oh, Slowbro. Slowbro. We can still get Slowbro, by the way, and we can trade it for what can we get? It was a Sneasel, wasn't it? We probably should just Super Fang this because it has good defense. Oh well. Yes, we could get the Sneasel. I would love to have Weavile, but sadly we cannot in this game.
Which one?
Weavile. So sad.
What is that?
I'll show it to you later. It's the Weasel. And it's vile. No, it's not vile. it's Dark Ice. It's lovely. It's one of my favourites, but unfortunately Sneasel is not that good in itself, so we'll have to skip it for now. Okay, fine. We will go the annoying long way round.
Pokemon.
Weavile. I'm going to guess it's 287. I don't know what number it is. It's really later than that.
As in evil?
Weavile.
Okay.
W-E-A-V-I-L, probably.
W-E.
Who knows, because it doesn't really follow the rules of English. It's just a random.
Oh, Weavile. Here we go. Got it.
I love Weavile.
I'm gonna have... Oh, it's so cute.
Sort of. It's also evil. It's known for being like kind of like
it looks
sneaky,
like a
evil,
cat.
vicious thing. Yeah, Sneasel's kind of a cat thing, and this is just kind of a more cool cat thing. I think Ash actually has it. Does Ash have a Weavile? Ash wouldn't have something that cool. Actually, Ash started to get quite cool things there on.
Really? Because he has Pikachu.
Actually, he always had cool Pokemon. Because he had like Snorlax and Heracross and Charizard and everything. You know what? I scrap it. He always got the cool Pokemon. It's just him who wasn't cool. I think, you know, there's the rumours now of like there'll be no more Ash anymore. You know, he's finally beaten. He's finally won.
The Pokemon League.
I mean, sort of, but it doesn't really count in Alola, but sort of. But anyway.
Yeah,
they're going to get rid of him.
What I like about Ash is that meme I just told you about. It's the meme of finally beat 20 years later, finally beat a Pokemon team. So he takes off his hat and he's half bald where the hat was.
It's almost as if when you're 10 and you just get your first Pokemon, you're probably not quite good enough to be the best in your nation or in any country, and you know, maybe it would take 20 years of training. You know, he's like one of those tennis players who's gone their whole career and they finally won themselves a major when they're like 30. You know.
Yeah.
There we are. You know, he's been there, around there. You know, one of those kind of players who never quite gets there. Tim Henman, perhaps. You know, semi-finalist, but never quite manages to win. But he did. He's like an early career Andy Murray. Maybe he'll do an Andy Murray now, and now he's finally cracked it. All that early promise, but now he's finally cracked it. Maybe he'll go and win an awful lot. Who knows?
Didn't Andy Murray had a lesion in like sort of like a broken foot or something?
Yeah, he's been really badly injured the last few years.
Yeah.
Yeah, terribly injured. We're actually out of like PP with Gazif right now. Oh, not Icicle Spear. No, actually, Shelder does often have an ability that means that it hits 5 times. Obviously, this one doesn't. It'll just Shell Armor then. Ooh.
Shelder is just weird. It feels like there's a Pokeball inside of the shell.
I love Shelder. I think Shelder and Cloyster are great Pokemon.
And it feels like they're mocking you because they just have the tongue sticking out.
They've
I
like
always
a
think
lovely
that
design.
Pokemons with tongue sticking out are just mocking you.
Shelder's
and saying,
cute though.
You're horrendous. You should never play these games ever again.
Oh.
And then you feel bad about yourself because it's like, I'm just killing my Pokemons, yeah, but that doesn't mean that I'm a bad trainer.
Yeah.
It just means that I like to push them until they die.
For 4 hours when you grind away.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly that. Oh dear. We did make a slight mistake with the Nidorano. We forgot to actually check what it learned as Nidorano, and I thought there was at least something useful later on, but there isn't really. And thus we've now not evolved it in time to get Mega Horn. I guess we could go and use the move tutor if we really wanted, but honestly, he's just going to die against Giovanni, so it's fine.
It's fun.
It's fine. Right, what's beyond the horizon? The
I don't know.
horizon!
Why don't you tell me?
All right, these guys are always such dicks, aren't they?
I think they're just based on that, you know, that show of the Truman Life something, where his life was all in that very, very small city. Then suddenly he gets on a boat and starts crossing, and he realizes that that city was actually just a Hollywood montage, or just literally the of the place where he was.
It's like living
So
in New York.
his life was never real, and
Like
blah blah
living
blah.
in
And it
New
was just
York.
literally, he went after the horizon, and you know what he found? A massive piece of curtain of like scenario type of
Yay!
thing. Just
Found
for
the
movies,
backdrop.
films. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing.
That is
I did
quite
not
marvellous.
like the film, but I liked that part where he's just sailing, trying to
Well, you
run
know
away
what?
from his
If the
life,
film-
and then suddenly his boat hits the wall.
I would suggest that there are so many films that if this one film makes you remember one particular thing, then it was a success, even if it was terrible to
Or
watch.
probably it's just terrible, and your brain likes to remind you that you just meant to memorize terrible.
I remember
shitty
half
stuff.
watching a film with. No, I don't watch films, ladies and gentlemen. I just don't care about them at all, virtually.
You watched a few films.
But yeah, I watched Disney and
Men in Tights.
and probably many times, which I did definitely reference quite a bit in recent things. I don't remember what I did. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I think there was one I watched at university with my flatmate Hannah, and I think it was The Tree of Life. It was something like that, and it was just.
It sounds boring.
It was just horrendous.
Yeah.
It was one of those odd ones where like half of the film was just pictures of you drifting through space. This is what I remember. It was probably like 2 minutes of it at the start. It was just odd. But there we are. I don't know. Films. Who'd watch them, eh? But you know what? If they have one little clip that you remember, then they've done something, haven't they?
Yeah.
This one was just terrible.
I
I don't know if it was a True Life. It won't be the True Life. Maybe the greatest film that's ever been made. I don't remember. I just have that in my head as the name of that terrible film. But honestly, I don't watch them very much.
I watch films if they're, you know, like comedies and things. There are a few comedy actors I really like, so I watch them. And then, you know, the common Disney's. But sometimes when Egypt, like in Portugal, we have the channels. It's just similar to Sky in here and things, where you have like the Hollywood channel, where it's just Hollywood films.
Yeah.
And then I just get to see so many. Because, you know, and I just ended up, I'm just gonna watch and see, you know, how it goes, if it's nice or not. And I realized,
Terrible.
oh
Play
God,
Round
it's
Total
so
War. It's much
boring.
better.
I don't play
The
Total
thing
War,
is,
you know
I
that?
must say, the thing I find about gaming versus film TV, like if your kid was watching TV or night, like you're watching TV or night, you think, oh, that's normal, whatever. And maybe it's different now, like the last few years, but you know, like when I was at school, for example, if someone had been like watching TV all night, no one would think anything of it. They would just think that's perfectly normal. Whereas if they went to play games all night, they'd be like, this is terrible. They're wasting their life on this thing. Whereas games, you actually think, you engage with it, you plot, you scheme, I know you strategize. You know, I play strategy games in general, I suppose. But even so, the games, it's interactive. You're thinking. Whereas with TV, all right, fine, you might chat about it, but you do it with games as well. With TV, you're passive, aren't you, to some extent? And I always find it so strange that people are so negative about people playing games lots, but they're not negative about people watching telly lots. I think it's a generational thing. Maybe our parents' generations just watch TV. That's what, you know.
See, for me,
Where for our generation we don't, because I don't think the kids I teach at school, for example, primary, they don't really watch much television. Really, they play games. They play Fortnite. They play Minecraft. That's it.
see, for my childhood,
They shoved an iPad under their nose from a young age,
I
aren't they?
had so many extracurricular activities.
Kids
I had to do.
nowadays.
I had like swim. I was competition in swimming, basketball. I had journalism. I had music. I was in an orchestra and stuff. So I literally didn't have any time. At the time I got home was the time for me to get a shower, have something to eat, and then go to bed for the next day. It was literally that. And even like on weekends, I didn't really watch that much television because I actually like to spend time with my parents. So
I actually like my family.
and
That's the
I
thing.
do like my
Like for me,
family.
gaming was more because because I had two younger brothers, we'd play with each other. You know, we go up, we kick around a football. By the time we were knackered, we'd come in and we'd play on the PlayStation or whatever together. And you know, it's a social thing. I find TV isn't so social.
You have siblings. For
Yes,
example, for
you
me,
were an only child though.
yeah, I'm an only child, so it's different. So it's like, if I'm watching television with my parents, it means we're either watching a Disney film, which is always very educational because you have the moral behind it. Even if you're young, you don't understand it. When you're an adult, you understand the moral behind the Disney films, and you have the moral behind it. And then, you know, like watching news, and that was it. We didn't really watch that much.
Kill your older brother before he becomes king. Then you become king. That's what you learn. That's what I learned from The Lion King.
That
can I just interrupt you?
Are the sign of jealous. That's what I learned from Lion King.
Let's interrupt you though, because we're getting Drill Peck. Woo!
Yay!
Drill Peck. Yes, I love Drill Peck. Best
Really
move.
good.
I always feel like with Yanok in particular, the second I should say, it always looks like it's particularly murderous. Although I feel like it's the correct move because Yanok the original is like the only other Pokemon that learns Drill Peck, basically, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or one of the few. It's a Spearow, wasn't it? Not.
Yeah.
So let's test it out and let's
Pokemon.
destroy the Staryu. I feel like that would destroy its gem.
Yeah.
That definitely happened in the program sometime. I don't know if that was from Peck or something, but there we go. Beautiful. Some Axel Rose has been defeated. Just beautiful.
Oh, Axel Rose. I know that name.
Yeah. Guns N' Roses.
Oh, yes.
Now,
That's what
I'm sure I saw a really good little like meme thing of him the other day, and it was, what's he? It just shows a picture of him nowadays, and it's saying he looks more and more like something every day, and I can't think quite what it was. It was marvelous. I have to remind myself of that.
Oh.
Yes, he's one of those people. He doesn't look like a rock star anymore. Let's put it that way.
Oh, is it one of those old people? They're just very, very belly.
Oh,
big
it's not.
belly
It's not that.
and
It's not so much that. It's just the fact that he was, such a kind of,
relaxed
punk
clothes.
rock and kind of punk rock and sort of, whatever you want to call Guns N' Roses. He's kind of that punkish, heavy rock kind of look to him.
Like rock, but okay, yeah.
Yeah, but there we are. So Alice is defeated. Alice Cooper
The fact
defeated,
that
obviously.
Guns N' Roses
Since we're on that theme.
Yeah, the fact that Guns N' Roses have the music patience, you just
They
think,
have some lovely songs,
oh my
actually.
god, it's just so perfect.
Yesterday's
You
is
can't
very
be
lovely.
just punk rock and have that beautiful song.
Well, they're not
or
really. They're
just-
not really punk at all. Which is more the fact that the way he dressed was that kind of punky, heavy, metal-y kind of look. But they were always for a kind of heavy. It's one of those things that's awkward, kind of categorizing because they're not heavy metal, are they? But they're quite a heavy rock band. Still.
Yeah, I guess
But
say
they're
that,
quite.
yeah.
But they can play some quite soft, beautiful things as well. So they're quite versatile in that sense. But there we go.
It's just like with Metallica, for example. I don't like
they
Metallica
go a bit
personally,
far.
but they have like this really nobody. I know.
I know
the
what song you're talking about. Yeah, they can actually do a very beautiful.
Nobody knows.
I've no idea.
No, nothing else matters.
I don't know.
Oh my god,
It's the same
song,
words. Connie.
the
I can't think of a Connie rocker, I'm afraid. You don't fit in this group. She's been
nothing
kicked out of the
else
band. Her name wasn't good enough.
Sorry,
You've got Alice Cooper, you've got Axl Rose, but then Connie, I don't know. And Anya. Yeah, and Anya over here. Edge's good old sister, Anya. It's the last one. That's the best rock trio ever.
It's like a proper Russian trio. Rock
yes.
trio. The crazy ones. I like Russians, no offense. I do like Russians. I watch quite a few Russian series because they have really good, like,
Russian what
criminal.
series? I like criminal ones. As
Criminal ones,
opposed
Spies,
to
it's so good.
as opposed to what was it? The Malaysian soap I used to watch when I was teaching in Ghana.
See, no,
I
you
watched.
can't watch
Was
that.
it from Malaysia or something like that sort of
Yeah.
area? And it was a soap from there, and it was amazingly stupid. What was that? That was the most ridiculous thing. I used to love that. I used to watch it with my, Ghanaian sister, but the family I was living with. I used to watch that with her. That was amazing. Oh, days. How ridiculous. It was, there were twins and murders and wrong twins and all of that kind of thing. It was just so stupid. It was the best. We haven't even made it to the Seafoam Islands yet. This is ridiculous. Oh well, in fairness, we are getting the last bit of training we need for these guys, which is kind of why I brought us along this route, and I decided to face the trainers, because we do want to get ourselves towards level 50. I'm just going to pop a max repel at this point, because we've caught what we need to, and I'm just bored. There's a super repel that'll do for now. I do miss the later games where they actually give you the option of, would you like to use another? Yes, move on. So yes, on to Route 20. Technically, we can catch like a... we got a tentacle. We technically, I guess, could get a tentacle here, but I don't care. We're going to take out these last guys.
It's fine.
Oh, Barry. We're going to take out Barry. I've got my shoulder for you. Shoulder, go and give it a bit of isosol spear.
See, I've met Barry, and he's a very...
Bazza.
Well, he's American, so, you know. American, but he's not American. He trained...
Make up your mind.
No, sorry. He trained as a medical doctor in the army, and then he spent some time in America doing some extra specializations.
Slightly worried at the ice moves here, so I'm just going to...
Oh, I didn't see it.
I know, it's only that it is a cloister. I know we're much higher level,
see,
but...
it's like a ghastly...
Yeah, it's a ghastly.
Oh, is it?
No, in my mind. I don't know. I'm sure there was some lore back in the day.
It feels like a ghastly. It just
yes. It's when a ghastly takes over a shelter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now you know that the shelter also has the
shelter mixes
the
with slowpoke as well. And becomes slowbro.
That's slowbro.
Yeah, no,
that
but it
would be
becomes
only half of the shelter, because then the face. Would you say that the face of shelter will be in slowbro's bottom?
Yes. Well, no, it's not the bottom; it's the tail, isn't it?
But it's biting on the end of the. So you know, the end of the tail is the bottom.
Well, okay,
or
but
the
beginning of the tail. Well, it's the end of the tail, there, doesn't it?
No,
it's not
but
quite
it
the
goes
human
from
centipede.
the
Human centipede
the
is easier in animals with tails. It's a much more pleasant experience. And for Slowbro, he's perfectly happy. Both parts of him are perfectly happy.
What if he has gas? What if he has like flatulence? Where did it come out?
I don't know. Ask Pokemon Company. Dear the Pokemon Company, please can you tell us, great fans of many years, who played the original games and everything when we were like 8, we have followed you all of this time, and we haven't put up Facebook. We haven't put up a YouTube post about how the next game's going to be the worst thing ever. Woo! Well, let's just see. You know, we are real fans. Can you please show us where it is that Slowbro's faction has come from? That's what we need to know. This is what we don't care about if there's HMs in this game. We don't care if all the Pokedex is there or not. We don't care if we can get to other maps or not. How does it fart?
That's the question.
That is the question that is on everyone's lips.
So,
right.
And if, for example, if the shelter on Slowbro burps, is it a burp? Or is it a fart? Because it's still coming from the bottom. These
are the questions that haunt me. We will never know. It is, you know, when is a pencil not a pencil?
When it's not sharp.
Interesting. There we are. The eternal questions answered for you.
If it's not sharp, then it's not. You can't use it as a pencil.
They're poisoned.
Isn't it?
No, well, sometimes you can use the little red bit at the end, and there's just enough kind of paintiness on there to actually write with that.
What kind of pencils did you have?
It's like a HB pencil with like the red end on the end. There's some pencils over there. Pick me some pencils out of the pot. I'll show you what I mean. This is great. This is great audio here.
Oh yes, I remember the Stavelda. Yeah. Okay.
So draw on the page of that notepad with that end, with the red end. This is really... You can't see, ladies and gentlemen, but if you're skillful... Yes, I've drawn in red! I proved her wrong. Nobody can see it.
You're painting with the... You're literally... Okay.
But
it's
it was
the
still
end
a pencil.
of it.
However, if you've got rubber on the end, then yes, I agree. However, I have proved that you need technicalities to yours. Right, we're not going to let Dordrio die. That would be ideal. So Dordrio's had a good little run out. It's always fun to just drill pick and... to try attack everything. But right, let's get ourselves over there now. We need to push a few boulders, need to work our way around, and then we'll go and finish off Articuno. No, Gaziv's out of moves as well. Who are we going to pick? Let's pick Gizmo. No, Beluga can hang back a little bit. Beluga's cool. Oh, there's one more person to face. Oh no. No, there's not. Okay, we've got to go in this way apparently. We'll kill that person when we leave. Whatevs. I found an ice hill. Woohoo!
We already have one. We don't need
We have all the fill heals in the world. Honestly, anyone who knows this map well, then feel free to shout at me. But honestly, having played this game / the original game / Gold and Silver a billion times, basically, you know, as much as anyone who's been Pete's mahogany.
Come on! Literally like a second ago, it just went.
This is the only bit of this entire game map that I still just, honestly, I just don't know or care. It's it just never sinks in. Never sinks in. Right, well, Gizmo can do a bit of training. It's good to see Gizmo again. It's been a long time. Since I've seen Gizmo.
I miss Gizmo.
Been training up Gizmo's brother, the good old brother Lucky, the Nidorino, if you've forgotten. Just marvellous. We got some max repels before he left, so marvellous. I might have done that off screen actually.
Yeah, you've done that. Because I remember buying the paralyzed heals and the
okay.
antidotes.
No, I want some more potions and things personally, so.
Good.
I'm just wondering right now. Okay, so this is where we go after we've dropped all those stones. Ooh, zone, fast current.
Oh, what about the rocks? What do you do?
No, we need to push those rocks down, but I'm just going to go up here first. Yeah, okay. Fine. Just giving myself a bit of a reminder around here. So let's go back around here.
What?
And we'll go and push
I don't
those
get
rocks. There is some, basically to push the rocks into, push these rocks down here.
Oh, these
push them
rocks.
down the hole. And
right,
then you're able to block the current and then you can surf across.
Okay.
Something like that anyway. So watch me fail miserably at these rocks here. And we'll go around the side. See, no, I was supposed to do this bit first, wasn't I? This isn't going on an end card, by the way. This song isn't good enough.
No, it's not. It's just an odd song. So we put the 2 stones in it. Oh god.
Depends where they've gone. They're not on this floor, obviously, so they'll be further down. If we go down.
Just put a normal repel at least.
Did the repel run off? I didn't even notice it.
Yes, it did. That's why I said, oh, damn it.
Oh, okay. I'm not paying much attention, to be honest. I just want to go and kill an Articuno at this point.
Thank you.
What?
Are you you're not paying
I'm
attention
to the game, not you.
But I did say, oh, damn it.
Yeah, well, I processed that kind of thing, but you know. I don't actually consider why you might say that. Lovely. Marvellous stuff. Okay, so yeah, so these should be the rocks over here that block this bit. Yeah, so now there's no current here. Now it's over here to Articuno. Just perfect. Okay, so the plan is thus. We use Beluga first. Beluga should be absolutely fine because it's fairly tough for one, and secondly it's ice type, which always helps. It's water ice, so it's very resistant. Yeah. It's just got.
So we're just gonna use Perishong and then block.
And then we're gonna switch out to Bernard and block. We have to do it that way round, by the way, because Bernard. I think the block only works when that Pokemon's still there because they're blocking them. Crusher! Oh, there you go. I do love Articuno. It's a shame to have to kill you this way. But
oh, it looks so pretty.
I know, it's so beautiful. It's such a lovely design. Tail. Yeah, the tail is lovely. So lovely. I'm going to perish on it.
Articuno. It sounds like a Roman name.
Well, it has it's Uno, and then it's Zapdos, and then it's Moltres. So they're Uno Dos Tres. That's literally what their names are. There's Arctic, Uno, Molten, Tres, and Zapdos. So yeah, they're quite unsubtle in many ways.
Yeah.
So this is the first of the legendary birds, technically, I suppose. We should be fine now. Articuno's count has gone down to 2. Yes, because Perisong still stays. Now, in this occasion, it can't actually escape anyway. So block doesn't actually matter. If this was a trainer, they would try and run at this point.
Yeah.
And there we are. If you're wondering why there's a big red X on the front of the dear thumbnail, that'll be why. That's the block animation.
Oh, have you put it already?
Oh, I've already made it because I knew what was about to happen.
Oh, right, okay.
So I did this morning when you were working. Right, Perisong's counted to 0, and we have Perisong and blocked something. Yay! We did the most beautiful thing, and I love you.
That was so
Sorry,
pretty.
James. It's James's favourite Pokemon. James
Really?
adores Articuno. Well, he's an ice person.
Rattata.
Oh, he does love Raticate. But, yeah, he loves his Articuno.
He does have the shirt of Hakuna Rattata.
Hakuna Rattata. And yes, he does have a Kakuna Rattata even.
Kakuna Rattata, that's
Indeed,
it.
it is a Kakuna being held up by a Rattata. Ratata, even as it should be in my mind.
Yeah, but because
looking for a
song
spit rate
is
because I can't word.
Hakuna Matata.
Yes,
Then you say Hakuna Rattata.
Oh, James and brother James and Harry, they both have a big
Weird
variety of amazing
shirts
like that. Mostly from QWERTY, it should be said.
I call them weird shirts.
They're marvellous.
Especially Harry.
But when we were going wandering around, well, Harry's some very odd ones, such as a Where's Wally shirt, where Where's Wally's holding a big butcher's knife with blood over it, and he's like, find Wally before he finds you.
Sorry, the thing is, he's the youngest brother, and he's the cutest one, because he looks like just a teddy bear, and, you know, like a giant
He
teddy
wears
bear.
a fluffy fleece, so...
And he wears a fluffy fleece, that's probably why. So, it's the thing of, he looks so cute, and yet, he's mine, he's so dark,
Oh, he does have a dark sense of humour, that is definitely true. Yes.
I mean, I have a dark sense of humour, but not like him.
It's
my
fine.
dark
You
sense
get
of
used to
humour.
it.
Yeah.
You get used to it.
I get used to it because I just look at him and think, you are in the fleece, you are in the fluffy fleece, so
I know,
it's fine.
right? He has the he pulls off the demeanour of not being dark and and then he kills you. Right, we are just about done then with like all of the trainers before the gym at this point. So 47, 49. We might grind them before we actually face, not the actual gym, but obviously when we face our rival.
Oh my god.
I just need to remind myself what the level of the rival is, because that isn't an easy battle. We can't take that lightly. So, there we go. Just before we leave, we're not going to swap us out right now. Next episode we have done everything now. So next episode is literally face the gym with our city team. So here's the city team. We have a little lovely K here.
Level 50!
Look at those stats. I always say double stats is kind of par, to be honest, and triple for health, obviously. So, yes, Lucky. Actually, we could evolve. We'll evolve Lucky at the start of next episode. That'd be fun. Give me more work to do in the editing room. Lucky, obviously has the attack right now. We'll get to Lucky in a minute. We have Happy. He's about to go level. We should probably just grow that level before we start the next episode. Again,
God,
they all have terrible moves. We will give them a TM or two to help them along.
We have Payday.
Peter.
God.
It's just like 40. It's like the same as Scratch. It's the same as Scratch. It just gives you money. Anyway.
I know. And that's the thing of it.
Yeah, fair enough.
We can't be rich. Oh,
importantly, we have the sorcerer who's actually good.
I
isn't part of the team.
accidentally deleted Confusion.
Yeah, that's fine. I actually kind of like Psych Up. It's just you can never make use of it. And then lastly we have Bernard, who is adamant and is amazing, and he will be in the team. He has Surf, they're a ground team. If we need to, we have Bernard. And Bernard is kind of at the moment, I feel, number 7 in the squad. Because he has this current 6 with Alakazam.
Okay.
Alright, fine. We can decide after. Well, realistically, he would be in place of Gazef, because he's a normal one, he's kind of a better normal, but obviously Gazef isn't going anywhere unless Gazef dies. So, I think...
When will Gazef die?
Never.
I would say with a rival.
Yeah, maybe. In which case, then Snorlax comes along.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will see all about that next time, ladies and gentlemen. For now, I'm Thomas.
I'm Patricia.
And this is Tenosa Hearing, playing Pokemon Leaf Green Nuzlocke. Thank you very much, and good night. So what more could you want in the morning than to chop down some Frenchman? Sir Steve, he stands on the plaza. He will never die, Sir Steve. We will honour you with that great man's moustache. He's not happy. Oh, he flew into the side of the house. That looks really painful. Beautiful.